before the game started, Gomez came up to me and he said, Selvum, I think the boys are all very nervous, and I want you to, instead of the team running into the field from the side, I want you to take the team and run in front of all the Raffles supporters, and then make your way into the team at the halfway point of the field.
The final was actually quite boring, if I remember. Not much to do. It was so cautious. It was 0-0 extra time also. There was really nothing exciting. There was no explosive. Everybody was just too cautious.
Right, they were the hot favourites. They were being cautious because they were smarting from the defeat in the Sixers. Right, so they knew that we were a dangerous team to play against. Right, you can see a shot, Mark de Cruz on the ball. Right, you can see a lot of the players in the midfield of the pitch. You can see in this photograph, Chaka is leading a raid on the Victoria goal, and behind Chaka you can see the VJC crowd. Yeah, so but we gave them a good fight, and the match ended again in a stalemate, 0-0.
They scored one, we scored one. We missed one, and then I saved one. And then we scored the other, and I saved the next. There's always a certain corner you like to put the ball to. So Selvum actually whispered to me, he hits the ball right.
And then Eugene steps up. And this guy, the ball flies. Right? And remember, it was flying to the corner, right? And Eugene just flies across the goal, and he taps the ball out. Woohoo! Right? And then there's absolute bedlam and mayhem. Everybody runs into the field. Everybody is carrying each other, throwing up the stakes, right?
Wow.
And that was it. We brought the trophy back, right?
And traditionally, B division is always the toughest division to win. 86, in B division, you had very strong teams like Monks Hill Secondary, East Pio Secondary, St. Joseph's Institution, Victoria School, Pei Chai, and so there were easily like 7-8 teams that were in the running for the title right from the beginning. And Raffles had a disadvantage because some of these teams had good coaches. They were very well organized. But you remember what it was like those days in Raffles. Some of our teams, we actually didn't have a coach, and hockey was in that situation, right? We had very good teachers in charge, but we really didn't have a professional coach coaching us. So these boys in Sec 3 and Sec 4, they essentially coached themselves. What was amazing was RI had never won B Division, and 86 was the first time RI ever won B Division.
This is the most special medal, simply because, like I said, I had lost in 84, I had lost in 85, Mohajir had lost in 84. We were like always there, but never the chance. And to beat Monks Hill in the final, and to win our first 11-a-side medal for quite a while, I believe, was truly special. Celebrate this is because the most difficult between the C, B, and A divisions, the most difficult, in my opinion, was the B division. But with the neighborhood schools, the boys who are 15, 16, they are men.
Yes.
They're street smart, they're tougher, They've got a couple of tricks under their belt,
yes.
And they're physically robust. So the matches were not easy. And they'd already played hockey. A lot of the boys were already playing for clubs, combined schools, national junior team. The standard of hockey was a lot higher.
And I read that nice article by Mossberger said, basically the hockey team won the Grand Slam. A boys 6 and 11, A girls 7 and 11.
Rudy Moshburgen was a Singapore goalkeeper when Singapore played in the 1956 Olympics in Melbourne. I think that was the last time Singapore ever played in an Olympics under the Singapore flag.
Gomez,
yes.
Excellent guy. But he instilled a lot of discipline. I feel when you're at that age, you better have discipline, man.
So I went back to the hostel and started running a high fever. So the next day I didn't go to school, right? And Mr. Gomez must have asked for me And when he found out that I was not well, he actually came to the hostel, right, and brought me to see a doctor. And I still remember the clinic, it was along Bukit Timah Road. But that was the kind of teachers that we had. You know, it was not just about us as players.
No.
They cared for us as people.
That's right.
It was very special to me. As a captain, as a hockey player, he was a giant, you know, absolute giant. And even then, as a schoolboy, he was a man. Great EQ. He was never pompous, you know. Great sense of humility, and that very, in a very British way, the silent, stoic drive. Yeah, you know, without having to say much, but leading by example. Yeah, plenty.